Here we go. Welcome to lesson number 10. Let's warm up. Hands at your waist. Here we go. Turn your neck. 1, 2, 3. Watch how I'm turning my neck, and can you copy what I'm doing? I'm turning and I'm dipping it down to get the best of my turn. 8, 9, 10. Stretch your neck. Bring it out. Bring it back. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Stretching that neck all the way out as far as you can. 9, 10. When I turn my shoulders, I lift them up and I curl them forward, and I drop them down. I let gravity do its job. Lift up high, drop down, curl inwards. 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way, same thing. Lift up, curl back, lift up, curl back. Don't forget to drop it down. Let gravity do its work. 6, 7, 8, 9. Main thing is to lift, all right? Expand your chest. See how my hands are? They're not curved this way, but they're open. 1, 2. Stretch them out as far as you can. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When we do our waist exercise, the fingers are interlocked. They're stretched up to the sky, really tight. And when you look, you don't just look halfway, you look all the way at your other heel, the other heel that's far away. And then you see that your waist and your hips are really trying to turn. Okay, get the full benefit of this motion. And your interlocked fingers are held up tight so that your hips and your waist are doing all the work, not just your upper extremities. Last one. 10. Airplane, let them out. Stretch out your fingers. Bend at your waist. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. All right, now bend, 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 bend. Then bend, 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 bend. Hold it. Bend, 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 bend. Okay, you got to do that, okay? Because that's otherwise it's not going to keep you flexible. Okay, so what am I doing? If I do it only this way, it's only my upper body that's making my motion. But when I do it correctly, I'm bending. And look at this, I'm getting this big, long reach. And then it feels better. Okay? I think they say your head weighs about, 6 or 8 pounds, 8 pounds. If you keep your head here, you're not getting that bend. You got to bring that head down to get this bend here. So kind of work on your warm-ups. Also, I have been looking at your feet. You get better balance if they're apart, not that part, but medium, maybe 2 blocks at the most, but you get very little balance if you're squished up. So good, I like to see that. Even when you do Luktunken, I always watch my Tai Chi students, and some of them make that crossover, some of them don't, for whatever reason. Touch toe. Now when you touch toe, hey, keep your knees straight as much as you can. Some of you are bending your knees, but the full benefit comes when you do not bend your knees. If you can't touch your toes, but you can keep your knees straight, I think that does something more for you than bending the knee. So take care and try harder. 8, 9, and let the flow of your body go down. Let everything go down and let everything come back up and then center, okay? Turn your hips. When you turn your hips, keep your upper body pretty planted, but swivel at your hip and waist. Ready? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and be sure you bring it back, bring it to the side, bring it forward. 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When you kick your foot now, use your whole leg. Don't just make it a short movement like that. Kick it out as much as you can. You don't have to kick forcefully, but use your whole leg muscle. Shift your weight, concentrate. Here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what happens is you root down and you're firmly planted on that other foot. 1, and head up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. When you kick your butt, come down and then back up. Bend towards the planted foot. That would give you a better balance. Okay, apply what you know to other activities such as warming up, such as daily activities. You put that weight on the other side, last one. Okay, turn your knees. When you turn your knees, you're not turning your waist now. So you're going to concentrate. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1. Okay, put your hands at your knees. 9, 10. Okay, Heisman now. Opening up our stance, parallel feet, cross, and weight on the back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Other way. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Short one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually, let's mix and match again, okay? I don't know what we're going to do, but we're going to do something. While he's putting that on, let's warm up our golden cockerel. Shift your weight. Use that counterbalance hand. Up, counterbalance hand. Sweeps down to help us. Sweeps down, up, sweeps down, up, sweeps down, up. So you get the movement. It's whole and up. It's the total movement, not just segmented movements. Right hand, out. Let go a little bit. Okay, relax and let go. Holding our ball. Let it all flow out. Out hands. go all the way back and do our Tai Chi walk. Ready? Holding our ball. young 16. Rotate. Be ready to listen now, okay? T-stance. Part the wild horse's mane, 1. Sit back. Sit back. Now, when you part the last time, hold your stance. Hold your stance. Hold your stance, hold your stance, hold your stance. All right, everybody relax. Come back, look at me. Okay. What I'm trying to do is try to help you and do it where I see some people are doing it correctly, but sometimes not so correctly. But it's not just parting of the wild horse's mane, but it has to do with how we position our feet. So when we part the wild horse's mane, this back foot is the foot that I'm looking at. It's supposed to be straight out, but not so that you're leaning forward, just to straighten that out, because the cable is still holding me erect. If it's holding me erect, my knee cannot go beyond my my toe because it'll force me to go forward. If it's still held up this way, I can still lift this knee up and I feel so much better. So this is an experiment. This is what I want you to do. I want you to do what I'm doing, and I want you to dip your left leg down. Do what I'm doing, and the back foot is your left leg, and it's done incorrectly because I want you to dip it down. Dip it down so that there is a bend in the knee, and tell yourself this is incorrect. What I want you to do now, without your hands, is to lift up that knee and feel the difference. Go down, come up. Now, what do you feel? When you go down, there's a tendency for that knee to go beyond your toe. There is also the shifting from an erect position to a sloppy position because your body now is thrown slightly forward because you're compensating for that dip in the knee. When it's done correctly, the feeling should be lift up that knee and you're upright, you're uplifted because you're tending to that cable. All right, one more time, dip down. It's incorrect. Lift up. That is the feeling you should get, the lifting up feeling. Then you look at yourself. Yes, my knee does not go beyond my toe. Yes, my knee in the back is straight. And yes, I am obeying that cable. And overall, a lot of you are not squaring your shoulders. So one shoulder is left this way and the other guy is this way. It's really bad on your knees. So to do it correctly, I'm in a T-stance, out and to the side, turn my hips and my waist, address both shoulders, so both shoulders are facing the outward foot. If my shoulders are facing the direction of my outward foot, my hips also fall in line, of course, my waist. If I don't, here's what it looks like. Very, very awkward and detrimental to your hips and your knees. So every little bit counts. Now, another, not an error, but something that maybe you don't see is something like this, okay? We always ask for good Tai Chi posture. Everybody has a posture, good Tai Chi posture depending on your natural posture, okay? But what I'm trying to get at is, yes, I can allow for differences, but you cannot be curled up. So even though your natural self may be curled up or not as upright, we need to always tell ourselves it's upright and the cable is dictating where I am. You may understand and you may get the movement correctly as we just did here, but once there's music and once there's a let go and movement, you have to be sure to restrict yourself and keep that discipline. But there is always a tendency to then go back to your natural thing, which is now I'm curled up. If I'm curled up, more than likely, my movements will be short of where they are or where they should be. If I'm upright and I'm thinking very positively, I'm willing to let it go and have that confidence about me. So what is it saying? It's saying, yes, we have to be strict with ourselves with feet and hands, but we also have to be very positive in how we perform. If there is something terribly bothering us, it's going to color our movements and vice versa. So why is Tai Chi powerful? It makes you, if in a right frame of mind, it colors your movement, it will color your day as well as your performance, as well as a carryover to your activities and your day and what you're thinking how you're thinking. Okay, so now this is in line with what I try to get at with your warm-up exercise. If at warm-up exercise you say, oh yeah, I know how to do this, and you're using your hands to help you bend or to look, and I said to Ken on the way over, I said, hey, do you look at your opposite shoe? And he says, I don't really quite know what you mean. All right, if I'm here and I'm relaxed my hand, and remember I said interlock, but I said to stretch them out, it's a reason because then I'm only using a priority of my body, not my extremity, to get down to look. Now when I look, I don't just look at the one that's nearest me, but I turn to look at the opposite heel. How many know what I mean? And how many have done that? Because, yeah, it's an easy way out. I said, hey, this guy is smart, but do they understand what I really am really saying? So can we make sure that we look at the opposite one? And what made an impression on us when we were taking Tai Chi is we had a master. He was in his mid-70s at the time, 15 years ago. And he could do better than what we could do. And we said, what's wrong, you know? Now, getting back to touching your toe, okay? So here, watch what I do. Is this correct? This is what I see, and it's mostly men. And I'm going, didn't they learn anything? So Ken says, well, you know, for him, it helps his back to bend his knee. I said, well, then I shouldn't teach because everybody will have a reason as to why they're doing it incorrectly. So, to do it the right way, the knee is already planted and you just come down. So what did I say? You can cheat and keep your knee. If you can't touch your toe, that's fine, but guess what? Eventually, you will get down. It's just a matter of time. But try to keep the knees straight, okay? And I know that everybody has some ailment, so I've taken what you've given me for how many years now, so now we need to just kind of remind ourselves. All right. Just remember what we just learned about parting the wild horse's mane applies even to warding off. Shoulders are square, out with that knee, not buckling. And if you're not sure, buckle it, bring it up, and that's where you should be. Now, some of you are having trouble with tucking that butt. But Tai Chi walk, that's why everybody hates Tai Chi walk, because you're only doing the walk. But if you do the Tai Chi walk correctly, that butt is tucked under. And if it's tucked, the more you can tuck it under, and the more you can open your knees, all of the stuff with the movement should come more smoothly. And I have to be aware, I need to address my shoulders and my both hips. I open my knee and then I rotate and I stretch out. Now I can stretch out and I can go forward and people will accept that. But if I'm scrutinizing really well, I know that that is bad for my knee. I'm going to have to bring it up and keep upright. So the biggest test for yourself is to try it on your own. If you don't know and you can't see the correct way, is to buckle, then come up. And then use your hands to buckle and then come up. And when you come up, that's a sensation that you should always look for. Okay? How many think they understand and they can take it home and practice that a little bit more? So next week we could see a little bit more improvement, okay? And every little bit counts, and everybody's smiling because, yeah, I think we all realize that there's something not quite right, and that's why you continue to be here. If everything was correct, I don't think you'd care about classes other than to market time or to see your friends. But I think Tai Chi could be something more than that. All right, that's enough talking. Let's go to background music again. Actually put the 16 on. Let's do the 16. let's do it with me calling it out and really trying to perfect all the stuff that's a little bit sticky, and then we'll take off on it. And I was mentioning to some of you, I like the background music because it gets you away from tuning in to what you should be doing, especially for the 24. But in doing so, I go a little faster because I have no boundaries, so to speak. And in going faster, it will help you to go with the flow. But in going with the flow, you have to let yourself go, but you have to have confidence, or you have to have the movement down a little bit better, okay? All right, so let's go back and brush up the 16, okay? All right? Take it a little slower. Take it like you don't know anything. Pick up something new. Commencing form. Weight on the right. Alleviate the left. Toe down, open. Heel down. Hands rotate. Take a deep breath in as you elevate. Relax, drop down, flex your knees. Left hand starts to round out as your T. All together. Out clearly to the side, L stance. Part the wild horse's mane, making sure that both shoulders are addressed. Sit back, twist out. Hold your ball as you flatten. Heel out, hands out. 2. Half step, hold your ball at the same time. Sit back on your back foot. Lift up your hand, then lift up your foot, place it on his toe, and you have to set. Don't just smear it into it and cloud it. Set, then drop and bisect. Left hand higher, look at it. Bring it to your ear, set out your heel, turn your face. Multitask. Is your left hand in the center? Is your right hand to the side of your thigh? Are you upright? Sit back, twist out. Right hand higher. Ear, heel, hand, face, multitask. Swing it all the way across. Sit back, twist, fist, heel, elbow down, bring it in, then out, parry and punch. Touch and only open your fingers as you get to your wrist. Take it out shoulder width away, then roll back. Then up and forward. Upright position. Pivot on the back heel, pivot on the right as you hook your hand, T stance, across your face, L stance, out, single whip. Half step, swirl that hand, on the toe, on the heel, on the back, play your lute. Flatten and center and up higher. Weight on the back, lift, toe, heel, pivot on the ball as you meet in the middle, slide forward, slide back. Higher, left, up, ear, toe, heel, middle, slide back. Pivot, front, pivot, pirouette, back. Heel as you hold your ball. Heel as maiden shuttles with her loom. Sit back, twist, hold your ball, right hand out, right heel out, maiden on her right. Half step to the back. Left hand comes up higher, right hand across your bottom area. Down, up, extend the knee, start in the middle, heel out, out, forward, right hand. Sit back, twist and cup, parameter 1. Move, middle, flip, meet, close. Middle or cup, flip, meet, open on your toe, middle. Flip, meet, close on a T stance. way out, L stance, bow stand, then flip and meet, draw out the hand, contact, roll back. Make sure you're upright, sit back, twist, left hand to start to form, T, clearly out on an L stance, then clearly grasp the bird's tail. Roll back. Make sure that there's no buckle. Rotate. Shoulder width first, then drop your shoulders. Definitely, I want those shoulders to come down. Wrap, shoulder. What happens when you drop your shoulder? Your knees flex. So you don't have to worry about flexing your knees, because once you drop your shoulders, it gets heavy, you're going to have to drop. That's how you close. I don't always see people dropping their shoulders, but the trick is to drop your shoulder. All right? Grasp the bird's tail for the last time. Out and to the side, ward off. Flip and meet. Grasp the bird's tail. Contact, push. Roll back. Roll up and forward. Now ask yourself, am I in a good Tai Chi position? Do I need to dip down and come back up for better centering? Sit back, twist, turn. Open, open. Close, close. Inside, right hand, move that foot up. Rotate, push, separate. Only shoulder width now, drop. So everything drops, not just your knees, but your whole arm drops down. So if I dropped, if I'm like this and I didn't drop, I would just bring it down this way and it would be too mechanical. But if I separate out, shoulder width, and I know I'm going to close, what do? Just drop. Everything drops for me. And then it's nicer, right? Then you can move this up. You don't, once you come down this way and you wrap around, you keep the stance before you lift up. So if you happen to come down too much and you can't hold it, then of course you're going to try to close faster. So you're going to have to find that comfortable drop, okay? But like many of the guys now, I see more tension. So I was kidding them that before they start class, they just need to wiggle around and be a rag doll. So I want you to get the full benefits of Tai Chi. I want you to use this hour or the non-instructional to get some relaxation. And some of the relaxation comes if you're not so tense. If you bring pressure and tenseness, or you're naturally a tense person where your muscles are always pretty taut, then you're going to have to try to learn and tell yourself, I need to ragdoll it, you know. And then when you do your Tai Chi, yes, I know some of you are very obsessed about getting the right move, and rightfully so. But at a certain point, you're going to have to say, I'm confident enough to know that this is warding off. Here's another thing. You ward off, then the next move is this way. So you don't just ward off and then go this way. You don't just go ward off and then go this way. You do it in separate ways, but not robotically done and mechanically done. You come out, and when I say clearly, here's your opportunity to show me that this is really an L stance, and it's not just this way, the lazy way. You're going to come out clearly so you know there is a space there. You come out, You ward off, and I'm not stopping, but I definitely have another movement there. Okay? So those kinds of things are important, but not so much for show, but for your own. So mentally, your mind is clicking, you're trying to listen to the voice, to the music, trying to remember what was taught to you, which is very good, if taught correctly. And then it's trying to tell you, I am in control of my movements, and I'm being dictated by what my mind tells me. That's the ultimate goal that we want. Okay.
I wanted to go over a little bit about that. What I would like you to experience with commencing form and closing form is the movement of energy. You start off, shift weight, bring things forward, and the movement of energy from underneath your shoulders or your back, upper back, it's coming up. You get a sensation as if it's coming up to your elbows, comes to your hands. And then when you're going to go back down, you use your shoulders again to start the movement, make yourself small, comes down the elbows, comes down the hands. Sort of almost a relaxing, setting the mode type of situation. Whether it's opening, coming back, shoulders, elbows, wrists, closing, versus opening. You've come out this way, you're opening, and you're just getting ready to set the pace. From here, you're into the Tai Chi, commencing, all the other things that's going to happen. Same thing, you're closing, you're coming from out, you're all the way fully extended, energy is all the way out here. Stop here, and you're bringing your energy all back home. When it's done, shift weight, close your shop. Okay. Another thing to understand the crane. You know, she tells you to get here, but the movement is if you're doing it on the right hand, you're coming up here. The motion is as if you're going to chop somebody. You come up here. And some people will do it where you finish up here. In our style, we come up, open, finish. Because that opens you up to the next movement, which is you're gonna cross you're gonna half your body. It's a from here, half your body. It's not this. It is from here, half your body. This is a block here. But you come up here, finish the strike as if you're finishing the strike, or just about to get to finish the strike, rather than up here. Because if you're up here, which is what other people do, they will eventually make the hand come down as you, okay? So, and if you do it on the left-hand side, it's the same thing. The hand comes up, you see the hand is doing this. Up, as if you're going to chop somebody. And as you complete the chop, your hand will come down, or if you're going to block down this way, you're going to bring your hand from open to close. But we happen to come up and close, okay? And Good.